So one of the easiest strategy in soccer or football is the individual team over 0.5 goals. One thing I noticed about it is that even someone that doesn't have the knowledge of sports betting can actually win it easily. Alright, so welcome back to the new edition of this particular YouTube channel, and there are your pro tips. Alright, so in today's particular video, I'm going to put you guys through the secrets behind individual team over 0.5 goals. Sometimes this particular strategy can actually give you a very small odd and sometimes big odds. Depends on the approach that you want to use to get your predictions out of this particular game. So they are very easy. So first, I would like to explain what individual team over 0.5 goals is for people that are new or that are just trying to get into sports trading or sport betting stuffs. This particular strategy is very simple. It means predicting a particular team to score at least one goal in a match, and most times teams that usually do this are teams that we know that surely they are either expected to win or at least they must score just one goals in that particular game. So most of the teams that you guys are seeing here, most of them are actually expected to win the game. For example, in this particular game, I predicted the away team to actually score at least a goal, and of which they did. And in this particular game also, I said the away team, which happens to be Gaziantep FK, to score at least a goal. That is using the goal bound option of 1 to 3 plus, that least having at least one goal and above in that particular game. Although the odd is very, very ridiculous, but I just need to add it to that particular game. I added it to the game so that it will boost the entire odd of this particular slip. So sometimes you'll be getting odds that will be maybe 1.3, 1.2, and sometimes 1.1, and depends on the probabilities of outcome of that particular game. So that's just the secret about it. So if team A and team B are playing, the meaning of individual team over 0.5 goals is that you are predicting that one of these particular two teams will surely score at least one goal in that particular game. So the next thing is that why it is very, very easy for beginners to actually win this particular game. It is very easy because earlier, if you guys are following me, I said that someone that doesn't have the knowledge about sport betting can actually win this particular strategy of individual team over 0.5, because what you just need to do sometimes is that when you have a favorite team to actually win the game, this particular favorite team alone can give us over 1.5 goals in the entire games. The favorite team is expected to dominate the game when it comes to shots, when it comes to possession, and everything about the match. The favorite team to actually win is expected to do that. Actually, I have made so many videos on this particular individual team over 0.5, the strategy using a very strict manual strategy, and I'm going to show you guys this particular manual strategy in this particular video, and I'm going to show you guys the automatic method that you can use to generate this particular market. And also there is a way that you can actually manage it, because this particular strategy is working out so well, at least 95%, if not 100%. So I'm going to show you everything that you need to know inside this particular video. So we have two methods of getting individual team over 0.5 goals. Number one method is using the automatic method. The automatic method, this one actually involves only generating your game using any platform that you naturally know that they will give you games easily. Although no platform will give you 100% accuracy, but when you are able to generate predictions from any platforms, what you are meant to do is that you need to also apply your own personal strategies to it for more accuracy. All right, so the first one that I said on one of the method of getting your individual team over 0.5 goals, that is the automatic method. And what this automatic method is that you can actually use the app. For example, for me, if I want to easily generate games, I use this particular app most times, which is BetMine. And after generating my games, I always apply my own manual analysis on it. So that's one thing. So the number two is using the strict manual analysis, and or let me just use manual over 0.5 goals, individual over 0.5 goals betting strategy. So I actually made a video on it a very long time ago, and I'm going to show you guys how you can also make use of this particular strategy in this particular video one more time. So let me first explain to you guys how this particular manual method works. So when it comes to using this app can actually generate you games that you'll be expecting them. You'll be expecting an individual team to actually score at least a goal. Actually, I generated 20 games with this app, and I was able to get 486 odd on it. Actually, what is the market option that I decided to generate using this particular app? I tried to generate individual team over 1.5 goals. Don't forget, what we are actually working towards is individual team over 0.5 goals. But to make our slips, our predictions to be more safer, we are going for if you want to use this particular app, just because you won't even find, I'm not sure if you'll be able to find the option of over 0.5 goals using this app, but on bookmakers platforms you will surely get over 0.5 goals. And if the bookmakers are not providing you with over 0.5 goals market option, there's a way you can actually use the go bound option. Are you guys getting it? So if you want to use this particular app, what you are going to select is an individual team over 1.5 goals. So that is the option that you'll be finding there. And most of these particular games actually came out so well, and some, I think maybe a game or two. Yes, two games, just two games. Madrid and this particular game under Serie League. So these two games alone, they actually made it up. Individual team over 1.5 goals. So if you generate the first method, that is using the automatic method, you can generate your games using this particular app, that is generating individual team over 1.5 goals. And after generating it, the second method is to use the manual strict method, the strict manual method of over 0.5 goals. I'm going to explain that one later. So if you want to use that one will actually help you to remove games that can actually mess up, that has the upper probabilities of messing up your sleeps. Are you getting it? So the purpose of using the manual method is to help you edit out some games that can implicate your bet sleep. So if you want to generate this particular individual team over 1.5 goals for the purpose of predicting individual team over 0.5 goals, this is what you just need to do. So if you just come down to the down part of this particular app, you are going to see something down here. Just select the machine, and after selecting the machine, what you just need to do next, we've done this so many times, and the purpose of doing this is just to make things easier for you, to make work easier for you, to make your prediction easy. So what you just need to do is that you need to select the market option that you want to go for. So the only thing that I think we usually have here is individual team, that is home team over 1.5, home team over 2.5, away team over 1.5, away team over 2.5. So depends on how you want to get enough games, that is depends on how you want to, the total numbers of games that you want to get. You can decide to go for home team alone. Are you getting it? If you want to go for home team alone, you just click on home team alone. If you want to go for the away team alone, you just click on the away team alone. And if you want to go for the home team over 2.5, you can just go for it alone. But this is what I always do, just to save my time. I just click all the four, and I focus on only 20 games and edit out 20 games. Now after clicking on all the 4 games, alright, so the days that you want to use, let's make use of tomorrow, and the total numbers of games that you want the system to generate for you, that is 20 games. And the odd range, you set the odd range to 1.0 to 1.6, And when it comes to probabilities interval, that is the probabilities of outcome of the game, that is the probability that the game will end up the way we want it. But that this particular probability section doesn't work for this market that we want to generate, so we are going to leave it like that. The odd range will actually do all the workings for us. All right, so let's see. So what you just need to do next is to click on the search. So I will need to watch the ad for me to be able to access this particular predictions for 10 minutes. And if you don't want to be watching ads or getting annoying pop-up ads, probably you are going to do their premium stuff like that, but you can easily get your predictions for free on this particular platform, but you will experience annoying pop-up ads. That is natural. All right, now, so this happens to be weekdays and we don't really have enough games to predict or use these particular market options for. So the system actually generated 6 games for us, and we actually proposed for 20 games and we were able to get 6 games here. Now, out of these particular 6 games, one thing that I'm always afraid of is predicting my games on tournament games like Champions Leagues, Cups, and some games that is not relating to leagues. Are you getting it? But let us just use one particular game here as an example. Thank God I'm able to have this particular Bolivia League game. And if you look into the prediction very well, the system is actually predicting that the home team to have more than 1 goals at odd of 1.40 odd. And looking at it, this is where I'll be talking about how to use the strict manual method for verification. The strict manual method, that is the second method of predicting individual team over 0.5 goals. So this particular manual method seems to be very, very strict, because there is a particular thing that I always consider before going for any games as individual team over 0.5 goals. So this particular manual method mostly involves only the home team. In the past videos I've made, I only focused more on home team, individual team over 0.5 goals. Now, let us make use of this particular Bolivia game as an example of how to make use of the strict manual method of predicting individual team over 0.5 goals. All right, now, so currently the Bolivia team that you want to predict their game happens to be playing at home. So let's check. So Blooming against Club Aurora, something like that. So just check their head to head. We are going to check the last 10 games for the home team. In the previous video I made, we were only looking at the last 5 games, but this time around you are going to check the last 10 games, the last 10 home games. Are you getting it for these particular games? And the last 10 home games against each other. So if you want to check the Blooming last 10 home games, I'm going to check it now. So this is the home games. I'm going to click this particular box so that I'll be able to get the last 10 games, last 10 home games easily. Unfortunately, I won't be able to access all the last 10 home games, but at least I'm able to access 9 out of the 10. And one secret about this thing is that out of the last 10 home games, the home team that you want to predict them as individual team over 0.5 goals must have been able to score at least 2 goals in 7 out of their last 10 home games. So that is the reason why I said that this particular strategy of using the manual strategy is very, very strict, and this will really help you to eliminate any form or any possibilities of losing. All right, so now let us look at the last 10 home games that these people actually played. And unfortunately, we are able to access just 9 out of the 10. They had 2 goals here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just 5 out of the 9 that we are able to generate. So that's why I say that this particular method is very, very strict. But unless if you don't want to extend your data window to last 10 games, because in the previous videos that I've made, I only use the last 5 home games against other opponents and against the current opponents that they want to play against. So but if you want to extend your data, you look into the last 10, and out of the last 10 games, they must have played maybe at least 2 goals. They must have scored at least 2 goals in their last 10 home games. 7, they must have scored 2 goals in 7 out of their last 10 home games. But if you want to look into last 5 games, at least 4 out of their last 5 home games must have ended up with scoring 2 goals. Are you getting it? So if we are to look into only last 5 games at home, what we have here is that they were able to score more than 1 goals, at least 2 and above sometimes. Now check their head-to-head against their current opponent. Are you getting it? So if you want to be using their last 10 home games against their current opponent, so you click on the box so that you will generate the data easily. So I'm able to access just 9 instead of 10, but it depends on how you want to use your data window. You can use the last 5 and you can use the last 10. If you are using the last 5, they must have scored more than 1 goals in their last, at least 4 times in their last 5 home games, or 7 times in their last 10 home games. Are you getting it? Please take note of that. So if I'm using the last 10, I'm able to access just 9 with this particular data. This is their head-to-head, and let me check. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So out of the last 9 home games against this particular current opponent, they were able to have just 4 games that ended up as scoring more than 1 goals at home. But if you are using the last 5 games, to be sincere, this particular data, if you are to use the strict method and you are using the last 5 games, this particular data actually failed the prediction of individual team over 0.5 goals. So that is the reason why I say that this particular method, the manual method, is very, very, very strict. You can watch the previous video I made on it also to confirm. It's very strict. But to be sincere, this particular game, I'm expecting them to score at least just 1 goal 100%. If you are to use the app alone, there is high chance that you are going to get accurate predictions of individual team over 0.5 goals with it. But the strict manual method is actually there for you for verification and also to eliminate any form of losing your games. Because if you check very well, this is another game that I generated with this particular app. 20 games, 388 odds, as you guys can get it. So individual team, what you guys are saying is individual team over 1.5 goals, but our target is actually individual team over 0.5 goals. So if this particular app can actually predict accurate individual team over 1.5 goals for us with 80% accuracy, and we are able to apply our own personal strict individual team over 0.5 goals betting strategy to it, there is high chance for us to win our games consistently. Now if you guys look at it very well, most of these particular games actually ended up as individual team over 1.5 goals, except some games that these particular teams, they actually scored exactly 1 goals, and we have some that even did over 2.5 goals, like Manchester City against Sunderland, Bayern Munich against Stuttgart, and many more teams like that. And some failed to score goals at all. Some failed, as you guys can see. Okay, this one, they failed to score, and this particular game. So the purpose of this particular manual strict method that I just showed you guys earlier is for us to be able to escape situations like this. So that is the purpose of that particular manual method. And lastly, one thing that I would like to share with you guys is how to avoid losing, how to avoid any losing chance regarding to using this particular individual team over 0.5 goals. So what is that particular chance? I actually shared a video on how to make use of the Masalieno bankroll plan on our Telegram platform. If you haven't joined our Telegram platform, you are going to find the channel link in the comment section and also in the video description, so you can watch this particular video and understand how to create your own bankroll management plan. So the only thing that can save you, even though when you have the most accurate strategy in this world, if you don't have a clear plan, if you don't have a clear goal, and if you don't have a proper bankroll management plan, you'll be winning but you will not make your profit. So, and you will get tired, frustrated, and you just keep playing, losing, and like that. So the purpose of this particular bankroll management plan is that it will help you and it will guide you on the amount of staking, how to engage with most of your predictions. So that is the purpose of this particular plan. So you can watch it and create your own bankroll management plan. Join our Telegram platform to watch this particular video. And also, if you want to join our private circle groups, you are going to find the group link in the comment section and also in the video description. See you guys in the next video. Please, if you have any question regarding to this particular strategy, please kindly drop it in the comment section. I will surely answer you. Bye bye.